Hello, Gus. I'm back.
Just look at you. Did you forget your umbrella?
Nope, I was out swimming. On that topic, a nice bath wouldn't hurt you either.
Women like the smell of hard, honest work.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a man work harder or more selflessly.
Hey, I'm the best of the best.
Oh, save it. You just make sure the engine starts running again.
No problem, boss. By the way, there's an officer waiting for you in the office.
An officer? Did he say what he wanted?
No, but he said he wanted to wait and speak to you in person.
That doesn't sound good. It's just not my day today.
Ah, Paddock. You're finally here.
Huxley.
This is a pretty miserable place to live, Paddock. Shouldn't war heroes be spending their retirement in more comfortable surroundings? Oh, I forgot. You were dishonorably discharged.
Thanks for the reminder. What are you doing here?
The governor ordered me to find you. Wasn't so easy, since I hadn't the slightest idea how deep in the gutter I'd have to dig. You certainly smell like you belong here.
Well, you of all people should know your way around the gutter, Huxley.
Watch your mouth, Paddock. There may come a time when the governor won't be there to protect you, and I'll be able to drag you to the penitentiary where you belong.
Oh, spare me. I'm a civilian now. Deal with it. I was court-martialed and have received my deserved punishment. So leave Lord Weston out of this.
You are responsible for the most severe riots in the history of this colony. The Empire conceded a lot in order to regain control. In disobeying your orders, you caused damage that we still feel the consequences of today. The Chaiwang Penitentiary would be a more appropriate punishment, if you ask me.
Just let me know when you're done complaining so I can tune back in.
Lord Weston wishes to speak to you immediately. Make sure you get rid of that awful stench. I'll wait in the car.
What would the governor want? If he sent none other than his adjutant to look for me, it must be important. Better not keep him waiting. Lord Weston's always been good to me. I owe him a lot.
Fenton, I'm glad to see you. I hope you'll forgive the short notice.
Lord Weston, please, I'm honoured. You have, however, piqued my interest. What's so urgent? Need a first-class flight to London?
I'm afraid not, Fenton. I am in a somewhat awkward situation, and I think you might be able to help me. You are, in fact, my only hope.
Sounds dramatic. Tell me more.
The situation is as follows. As you know, the Chinese have been threatening to annex Tibet for years.
I'm broadly familiar, yes.
Well, the Empire's official position is not to get involved should a conflict arise.
And what exactly is the Empire's unofficial position, Governor?
Come, Fenton. One should be prepared for all eventualities.
I see. Military intervention?
No, certainly not. We simply wish to be prepared in the unlikely event that a military conflict arise, and that is why we need to know the lay of the land. No maps of Tibet are currently available. It is, officially, completely uncharted.
And what does all this have to do with me? I'm not much of a cartographer. You have enough of your own.
Quite right, Fenton. We have, in fact, already sent out an expedition. Entirely off the record, you understand? The Chinese must be kept in the dark. The last thing we need right now are diplomatic complications. The problem is, the expedition disappeared without a trace a few days ago. We haven't the slightest idea what their status might be.
You've sent a rescue party?
2. Both returned, empty-handed. No trace of them, not a clue.
So now what?
I can no longer rely on military options. Eventually, the Chinese will get wind of the situation. The matter must be handled with discretion. Fenton, I want you to find our men.
Well, I'm certainly flattered. But what makes you think I'd do the job any better? You said yourself you've got no maps. And I'm far from a local expert.
Come, Fenton, you had quite the reputation. You've completed, successfully, numerous missions of this nature. I, for one, have the greatest confidence in you.
Honored, I'm sure, Lord Weston. But like you said, I had a reputation. I don't regret my time with the forces. But those days are over now. When they needed a scapegoat for the winter riots, I stood my ground. Dishonorably discharged. So tell me, why should I lift so much as a finger for the Empire now?
I realize that, Fenton, and I predicted this response. But you should know, this is about the people, not just the army.
With all due respect, sir, appealing to my sense of compassion won't work.
Oh, stop being so hard on me. You'll get all the financial support you need, and perhaps I can assist you in settling your little difficulties with the local competition.
Tempting, but no thanks, Governor. Any other matter, I'd be happy to help. But there's a file in my life labeled Army, and it's closed.
But what if the situation weren't so cut and dried?
Enlighten me.
Richard, Fenton. Richard was the expedition leader.
Richard? You wait till now to tell me that?
Fenton, I am the governor, and Richard is an officer. That he is my son shouldn't affect the performance of my duties.
That may well be, but it can damn well affect mine. You know how close Richard and I were at the academy. I have a right to know what's going on, don't you agree?
You are right. I know how much Richard means to you. How couldn't I? After everything you've been through.
Good. So tell me what I need to know. I'm leaving now.
You'll find all the information I've been able to collect in this dossier. Thank you, Fenton. I will never forget what you've done for me.
Thank me when I found him. Taxi!
Richard, what have you gotten yourself into? I've known you for most of my life, and I've never seen the old man so worried about you. I can understand why as well. No contact for over 10 days. Disappeared without a trace 400 miles east of Lhasa, in a completely unexplored region the size of England. What the hell happened? Avalanche? Snowstorm? That part of Tibet may as well be the end of the world. I need to stay focused. Stay rational, no matter how hard it is. Can't let my feelings get the better of me. First off, I need some local maps. Unfortunately, the region's never been officially charted. I need Gus to start working double time on the plane so I can get going. Maybe he can find me some maps as well. Might be he knows some pilots who have been out that far.
Hey, Gus. Listen, we're going to have to cancel all upcoming jobs.
What's wrong, boss? Are you in some kind of trouble?
You could say so. I'm going to Tibet.
Tibet? What do you want to do in Tibet?
Don't take this personally, but I can't talk about it. Actually, you're not even supposed to know I'm flying.
Aha, well, if it's none of my business in the first place, I'll just carry on slaving away like nothing happened.
I told you, it's nothing personal. I need some maps of Tibet. Maybe you can help me. I realize it's pretty much unexplored, but there must be something out there I can use. Do you know anyone who knows his way around the country?
Most pilots around here head south. You could try old Wang.
Hey, yeah, he mentioned it once or twice.
Once or twice. He never stops talking about his time over there. And he reckons he's mapped a great chunk of the place.
Can't you think of anyone else?
Oh, yeah, of course. I know hundreds of people with maps of Tibet just lying around at home. What's the matter with you? Still having a hissy fit over that fight you two had? I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have a clue what went down with you two, or why Yen quit working here all of a sudden. Nobody tells me anything. But if your quest is so important, I suppose you'll just have to talk to him.
Okay. I guess I don't have much choice.
Exactly. So you two haven't seen each other since then?
No,
And his little niece. What's her name again?
Kim.
Oh, yes, Kim. So you aren't in touch with her either?
No. Why, should I be?
I just had an inkling. You spent all that time over there when you were younger. You were practically part of the family. And, well, are you saying she wasn't your type?
Nonsense. No idea what she's been up to. You know anything new?
Well, I did run into Wang at the club. Talked about the old days a bit. I think he misses flying, but he'd never admit it. He's retired now.
He still lives in that old house on Victoria Road.
He moved. Don't ask me where to. He never said, and I never asked.
Great. And how am I supposed to find him?
Maybe Shen in the bar can help you out. He makes it his business to know about the punters.
Good idea. I'll drop by to see him. How's the engine coming along?
I'm almost finished, but there's 4 screws left over, which is a bit strange. But I'll find somewhere to put them.
I hope you're joking. When you're finished, bring my equipment on board and get that bird ready to fly. I want to leave for Tibet tonight.
Aye, sir.
That's all for now, Gus. See you later.
See you later, boss.
Maybe I should ask Gus if he needs them first. Gus, listen.
Yes?
Do you think you could spare your bellows for a while?
Why do you ask? What do you need them for?
Well, I can't really say at the moment.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, go ahead. It's your stuff anyway. I've finished cleaning the engine.
Well then. All crap. Lucky everything in there's useless, because the doors are rusted shut. Richard, me, and the rest of our graduation class from Sandhurst. That was in 1927. We were deployed to Hong Kong after military academy. Seems like it was only yesterday. Kind of wish it was. The safe was already here when I moved in. I just use it for old documents and what have you. Freight documents and other old files. Not much use. I've had this old thing for years. It's been halfway round the world with me. I've heard that somewhere before. Doesn't sound so bad. A photo of my mum. She died last year. She looks happy. But since Dad died, she was never quite the same. I suppose that's why she wasn't so keen on my career path. Oh well, it's in the past now. Without Mum on the scene, I've got nothing tying me to England anymore. Which is probably why I'm still wasting my life here smuggling and boozing. Not in that order. A photo of the delectable Nancy Carroll. What can I say? I saw her in the cinema once, and I've been a fan ever since. A genuine talent. The fact that it's hanging in my bunk is mere coincidence. Inches on one side, centimeters on the other. A real all-rounder. Who knows what that might come in handy for? Something, I'm sure. My hammock. If it could talk, it'd have tons of stories to tell. Mostly about how I come home drunk, go to sleep, and wake up on the floor. I can't remember the last time I set it. I wonder if it even works. I rarely use it anyway. My only photo of my old man. He died in Flanders during the Great War in 1917. My bathroom. Okay, I admit, it's not exactly a room. Oh, wait. I have to be careful. I'd like to avoid meeting the Triads again. I better make sure the coast is clear. Muntong. Best stay away. Okay, Tong and his men are hanging around outside the club, so there's at least a slim chance there's no one inside. Good enough for me. I'd better ask Shen for Yen Wang's address. A thin wooden rod. I need to avoid making too much noise. Don't need those goons to turn up. That definitely means avoiding breaking large wooden rods. Dirty flies. They must like this dry patch under the roof.
What was that? Just a magic cat.
That was close. I shouldn't make so much noise. Rubbish. I don't want to rummage through the rubbish, and I don't have to either. A cat? I'm going to wring this Moggy's neck in a minute. Of course, I'd probably better not. Not only am I a great animal lover, but more importantly, the racket might attract Tong's thugs.
Hello, Shen.
I thought they already caught you.
They did. Can you believe it? They actually tried to drown me in the harbour. I thought that was just something they said to scare people.
Why am I not surprised?
I know. And, nevertheless, your best customer stands before you in the finest physical condition.
You're really asking for it, aren't you? They're still keeping an eye on the front door.
I've noticed. But I need your help, Shen.
Tell me, what's going on?
Do you happen to remember my old friend Wang, who used to work for me?
Yen Huan? Of course I remember him.
Word has it he moved. Do you know where he lives now?
No idea. Sorry.
Damn it. Everybody knows Wang. Nobody knows where he lives.
Wait, if you're lucky, Nian Su might be able to help. He's not the youngest or the most switched on anymore, but they say he knows half of Hong Kong.
And where can I find this Niansu?
Sitting at the table over there, he's on the rice wine.
Thanks for not snitching on me to Muntong.
Like I said, I'd hate to lose my best customer.
See you later, Shen.
Yes, good luck.
Excuse me. May I disturb you for a moment?
What do you want, young friend? Ah, wait. Aren't you the pilot, Paddock?
Paddock. Fenton Paddock.
Yes, that's what I said.
So the barkeeper said you know half of Hong Kong. So far, that's holding true.
He says that, does he? Well, maybe.
I'm looking for a friend who used to live in this district a couple of years ago. He's called Yen Wang. Unfortunately, we lost touch, and now I urgently need his help. Have you heard of him? Maybe you know where I can find him.
What was he called again?
Wang. Yen Wang.
Wang. Wang. Ah, well, son, I am not so good with names anymore. He lived in this district, you say?
Yes, 2 years ago. He was a cartographer.
A cartographer. I am not sure.
Pity. I hoped.
Easy, easy. Names are for tombstones. But I never forget a face. What does he look like? Do you have a picture of him? Show me his photo, and maybe I can help.
A photo? All right. Wait for me here.
I think I have a photo of Wang somewhere in the office.
Is it just Hong Kong you're the expert on, or do you also happen to be acquainted with other distant regions? Like, I don't know, Tibet, for example?
Are you making fun of me, son?
Not at all, sir. I'm trying to collect as much information on Tibet as possible, and you seemed like a well-traveled man.
I have never left Hong Kong for a day in my life. And to be honest, I have no intention of doing so. Traveling always leads to trouble. You get where you're going, but you cannot find what you're looking for. Seems it's somewhere else now. So you go there, but there's a problem. Then, while you're off in the back end of nowhere, everything explodes back home. If you ask me, you're better off not going anywhere. You don't find trouble if you don't look for it.
Sage advice. What if I like trouble?
Then forget what I said. Every man must learn for himself.
See you later.
Okay, now where might I have a photo of Yen Wang? There might actually be a photo of Yen Wang in his personnel file in the safe. You'd think I'd know the code, right? Well, I hardly ever use this old thing, so I don't. It's on a note in my wallet. Hey, where? My wallet's gone. Damn it. I must have lost it in the harbour. I suppose I better go back there. If I'm lucky, I might be able to fish my wallet out of the water without running into Tong and his men.
Whoa, a wallet! Happy days!
Hey, that's my wallet that kid fished out of the water.
Wait a second, kiddo. That's not public property. It's mine.
What? Yeah, right. Anyone could say that. How stupid do you think I am, big guy?
No, honestly, it really is my wallet.
So?
So I want it back.
But I found it! And how am I supposed to know it's really yours?
My word is my bond. Now hand it over.
No! And if you take it away from me, I start screaming.
Go on then. Scream yourself hoarse.
Those triad types might still be hanging around. Maybe I'm better off without unnecessary attention.
Okay, kid. Look, that wallet is very important to me. I really need it back.
Not my problem.
Cheeky little bastard. Fine. He's only a kid. I can play along.
Will you tell me your name?
Only if you tell me yours.
Well, I'm Fenton.
I'm Hao.
Okay, Hal. Do you want a reward for finding my wallet? You can have all the coins that are in it.
No.
Then what do you want?
Help me catch a bat.
Come again? Catch a bat?
Yes.
You're fishing for bats?
Don't be stupid. I'm only killing time until the bats come out. There are tons of them over there in the warehouse.
And you want a bat because...
I bet my friends I could catch one.
But you can't.
Sure I can. Well, usually, but it's raining today.
So?
You don't know much about bats, do you? The rain drives away the insects. And if there aren't any insects around, then there's nothing for the bats to eat. And if there's nothing to eat, the bats won't come out.
All right.
No, it's not all right. If I don't catch a bat, they'll think I lied.
And that's why you'll keep that big mouth of yours shut next time.
And this is the persuasive charm you use on people when they've got something you want?
Fine. I'll get you your bat, you give me my wallet.
Sure, it's a deal.
Fine. If I want my wallet back, I guess I need a bat.
I'll be off then.
A tree cut precisely to shape. Typical British approach. We even impose our formalities on nature. Wait a moment. Is that a ball hanging in the branches?
Halt! Stop! Stay where you are, sir! What do you think you're doing?
I, want to get that ball over there. My, nephew accidentally threw it into the tree while he was playing this morning.
I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot allow you to do that.
What? I just want to go get my nephew's toy.
That may very well be, and usually it wouldn't be a problem, sir. But today it's been raining, and you are just about to step on this decorative English lawn.
So what?
So what? Excuse me, but have you taken leave of your senses, sir? The constant rain has soaked the ground completely, and the precious blades of grass are defenceless against your brutal boots.
Okay then. I'll be very careful when I walk across the lawn. I promise.
Halt! If you take even one more step towards the border, I will have to arrest you, sir.
Now wait just a minute. There's a million different crimes going on right now in this city. Your lawn will be just fine.
Sir, I do not joke. When it comes to the protection and care of His Majesty's parks, I have full authority. After all, we represent the British Crown here. What is to become of the Empire if we are not even capable of establishing well-tended gardens in our colonies? Sir, you are preventing me from doing my duty. Either you step back, or I will be forced to take you into custody.
It seems I am powerless against British conscientiousness. I can't even tell him why I'm here. I need a different plan. There's nothing useful inside. My alarm clock wound down a while ago. Let's take a look. Ah, the key's stuck to the back. Okay, I'll wind up the clock, running like clockwork. It'll go off in a couple of minutes. Okay, I'll place the alarm clock in the rubbish bin. Let's see what happens when it goes off. When the alarm goes off, I better not be here.
What's that? Who's disturbing the governor's sleep? Well, can you believe that? Why would someone throw away a perfectly good alarm clock?
Great. That should distract him from his duties for a while. And now off the lawn as quickly as possible.